Hi, I'm Sean Rasmussen from Learn How to Blog. In this video we're going through Google Plus engagement. Now let's have a look at how to engage on Google Plus. After all, it's a social network and this is what it's all about. So why would you want to engage with people? Well, it's quite interesting. First of all, it's a good idea if you're doing it on topics that you actually enjoy, but also by engaging with people you're communicating, you're having a conversation and you're interacting with them. It's the way that you can connect with other people, you can get their interest, they might get your interest. That could mean that there could be people that you can learn from, it could be people that become future customers of yours, it could be anything. By the way, one great thing that's happened for me in social media is I've been able to reconnect with friends that I haven't met for 20 years or more, and they have located me through social media, which is pretty cool. Now on my home page of Google Plus, I've simply got all circles turned on, so everything is going to show up in here at the moment. Here I'm being invited to join different communities. I also get notifications from people. If I think something is relevant or half interesting, I give it a +1. Now here's a nice photo. I like that. I love colours. +1. Right, so what happens when you do a +1? It's going to show up to that person that you have given them a thumbs up. You have endorsed them. People might be sharing a blog post, for instance. When you give a +1, it's a thumbs up and it's a vote for the credibility of that article or that picture or whatever it is you're giving a +1. It also, in a way, creates a link from Google Plus back to that very content, be it a blog post or be it another post on Google Plus. More +1s means more activity and more popularity for that profile. If you +1 things that I've shared, it shows that more people are interacting with me, I look more popular, and that means to people that I'm more interesting to look at and check out. It also means to search engines that my profile is interesting, so other things that I do must be more relevant too. You can speculate on this until the cows come home. But it's interesting and I think a good thing to do. So when you do a +1, you're giving a thumbs up. What about if you find something that you really like? Alright, well in this case, I think this image is something that I don't mind sharing with the people that follow me. People who have me in circles. So I'm going to now click, I'm going to scroll down a little bit so you can see this a little bit better. I can comment below here, but this guy's got the comments turned off. Oh, bad luck, so I won't comment, but I will share the post. This is what happens now. When I share this post, I have the ability to share it, first of all, let it go public so anyone can see it, and I share it to my circles and extended circles. What does this mean? If I've got public open, means that anyone that comes to my profile can see it. I also want to make sure it goes to anyone in my circles and anyone in my extended circles, being people who are in these guys' circles, so extended circles. I can also click to add more people, and of course I can click different circles that I have and just notify them. I can also just delete all these as such and only send it privately to one circle. Now this will be sent privately. It means it's not public. It will only show up to the people in the G+ Fun circle, and then what that means is that when they comment on it, when they +1 and when they share, it's limited because it's not available for everyone to see. So you only do a private share when you specifically only want to show it to one person or a group of people. For instance, you might have a group of clients. You may only want to share something with your clients and no one else will see that. Keep in mind that if they decide to share it to public, then it opens up and becomes available. So in this case, I want it to be available to the public, my circles and extended circles. I can then add a comment up the top if I like, but in this case, I don't think it's necessary, and then I click share. What has now happened is that this guy, this user, they're going to see that I have shared that particular post. Let's have a look. Here it is. This is the user and shared publicly at 11:30. Now if I click shared publicly, or if I click the time, it will take me through to the original post. If I click shared publicly, see what happens. That will spin around and it will show who has +1, who has commented, and who has shared, in this case me. She might go through here and she'll say, oh that's nice, so she'll go to Sean Rasmussen and she might go and click add, and she might add me into one of her circles. I can go through here and say, oh look, what she does is interesting, I want to pay attention to what these people are doing that are interacting on her posts, and I can go and add them to my circles if I so wish. And you can turn it around again, and that's how you can actually see who is active on a post. I imagine that would happen a lot. A lot of people are going around checking other people's posts out and adding people to their circles. And I suppose why not? If you find someone that's doing something interesting, for instance here about baseball, if you're really interested in baseball, you can go and click shared publicly, and then you can have a look at the interaction on that, which was actually 0. So if I find another one that has some shares on it, here's one here, is a cat video that generally gets a bit of attention, and there you go. I can see what these people have done, who has shared. I can add them into my cat circle if I like. I could have a cat people circle if that blows my hair back. Let's have a look at tagging people. What you can do here is go into the menu and click on what's hot. This is a way that you can locate things that are heating up on Google+. If you have a look through here, you can see what's going on. Right, here is a picture of the Great Wall of China, good photo, 360 +1s. I figure if I hover over +1, I might as well click it as far as I'm concerned, because it's got enough interest. Fair enough. Right, so this guy's name is Chris Del Grande, right, and he's already in one of my circles. I can click through to his profile. I can then see that he has got over 20,000 followers and over 2 million views on his profile. He's already in 2 circles of mine. Now here is his post. So now I can type in a comment here. And after my comment, or during my comment, I can put a plus sign in and start typing his name. Now it helps if I'm following him for Google Plus to pick this up, and then I just click on the name, boom. The trick is, don't type the entire name. You type it until Google Plus picks it up. See plus, and then you start typing. Then you can click the one that you want, and there it goes. So now I post that comment. Now I've tagged Chris Del Grande in that comment. It means that he may get a notification. Well, he will get a notification, but whether or not he sees that with 20,000 followers, maybe he will, maybe he won't. But if I want to get this guy's attention, well, why not go and share some more? Well, I don't want to share too much from the same person, because I don't want to clutter up my home stream with too much stuff that I don't think is necessarily good enough. I only share stuff when it's really good. A +1 is an acknowledgement going, yeah, not bad, or yeah, this is good. A share is like, wow, I like that. I like it that much. I want to show it to my circles. So in this case, I'll go through Chris's stream here. Chris is getting some free publicity now, and I just go, yep, oh wow, incredible. That would have been worth sharing too. I like colourful stuff. You can see this guy, he's getting like 200 +1s. Here you go, right? So obviously he's a bit of a networker, and you know, if I wanted to get this guy's attention, I just go through his stream and do a lot of clicking. Next thing you know, he could be adding you in to who he's following on his circles. Right, so look at that. 1,050 plus ones. How cool is that? 800. Right, so this guy takes Google Plus seriously. But you see what I'm doing here? What he has shared here is really plus worthy, alright? This is really nice. I would have shared this if I hadn't just shared something else. But you can share as much as you like. Look at that, Northern Lights, that's probably up in Norway. I've been up there, it's beautiful. Right, so can you see here how you don't have to go to town like this. I'm just showing you an example, but if I really wanted to impress this guy, I could do a bit of sucking up by giving him some major kudos on his page, right? Now I've probably overdone it a little bit. The point is that Chris looks like what he does is interesting, right? I don't even know what he does for a living yet. Well, merchant services. Obviously there's some sort of business, right? Now what I can do, I can go to the circles that I got him in and I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to keep a bit of an eye on Chris. So I'm going to put him in my, I'm going to take him out of my following circle. I'm going to put him into my engagers circle. What does that mean? My engagers A circle is where I keep people that I keep an eye on daily. Engagers B are people that I have a look at when I have spare time, which I actually do have some of. And engagers C, they're people that I've got my notifications turned off and I will only ever see anything from them in my stream or whatever when I click on that circle. Let me go back to my home stream again. So if you have something funny, you can go and share it. Potentially that can go viral if people are sharing it. So people want to +1 it. You want more +1s than shares because that's easier. To share takes a little bit of effort. So for someone to share it, they've got to click share and then they've got to click another button. It takes some effort, right? So it's harder to get people to share it than to just +1. As far as I'm concerned, you just go through a page. If you like it, if you're reading it, to me the +1 is an acknowledgement that you've read it. That's the way I see it. So when I go through someone's page, if it's got a heap of red buttons, I know, oh, I've already been through here. Cool, no worries. All right, well, I'll come back some other time. So that to me is just like, yeah, seen it, seen it, seen it, seen it, and so on. And then when you see something really cool, if you like cats and yabbies fighting, share it. If you think it's something that your page, the people that follow you, have you in circles, are going to enjoy, then share it. And remember, I'm on my personal profile, and you remember how I said your personal profile should be about you, the person. I'm not a big fan of you having to be this business person who is always businessy. I mean, sure, that some people, they like that, but that's a little bit over the top to me. To me, it's like, be the person on your Google Plus profile that you are outside of work. Let people know that you're not a robot, you're not a 9-to-5 person that lives for work all the time, but you actually work to live and you have got a life as well as work. And then you can go and set up a business profile later, which we will also cover in another video. Now while we're on the topic of sharing, let's have a look at resharing etiquette. Let's have a look for something to reshare. And I'm going through, remember I'm on the What's Hot page here. Let me just show that. So I'm on the What's Hot page through the menu, and let me go through until I find something that I want to share with my followers. Well, here's an example. I shared this one recently, today. So Kirsten Walbert. I don't follow this person at all. It's not even in a circle. Now here, this is a story about a husband whose wife has got Alzheimer's. So he recorded a message for a Build-A-Bear, and that way she can squeeze the bear and hear his voice anytime. This has touched a lot of people. It's been shared 7,300 times. I'll correct that. It's been plus 7,300 times. It's been shared 990 times. I've already shared this. This is what happens. If you share this post, it will go on your profile. Now, Kelson originally shared this. If someone goes to my profile, let's have a look at my profile and let's go and locate that particular one. Here it is. I shared it, I put a note in here, and then it says Kelson originally shared this. If you go here and +1, that +1 will show up on my profile. If you share it, it'll show that it's been shared. If 5 of you share it, it will show 5 shares. But the post that actually shares will not say anything about me. It won't mention me, it won't have my note in there, it'll just have your note, and it will say Kelson originally shared it. Because you could imagine, if I share her post and then you share mine and someone shares yours, you're just going to have this long stream of people's garbage just all cluttering it up, and the actual real message is going to get cluttered up down below all this text. It's like a trail of emails. So therefore it would not show up at all. So what you could do, let me find a post that I would want to share and let me show you the reshare etiquette of what is actually done. Here's an example. I'm on my home screen, I'm watching all circles and a lot of people sharing stuff. In this case, Chris Guy shared publicly. And here it says, amazing places to be, originally shared. What this means is that Chris Guy saw amazing places to see, share this, and then has gone on and shared it. So this is what I could do. If I wanted to share this, I would give it a +1, and then I share it, and now we'll show where it's going to show up. It's going to be public and show up for my circles and extended circles. Then I can type in here, say Italian village, then I type in HT, meaning hat tip, meaning you're tipping your hat, acknowledging someone, and I type in the person's name. Chris Guy, there you go. And then I'll simply just scroll down and click share. And then that would be shared on my profile, and Chris Guy is notified and acknowledged. In other words, saying that, you know what, I found this through you. Meanwhile, someone comes to my profile and then shares this. This won't show up. This will come up. It will just show who originally shared it, and the original share goes back to them. So you can see that is reshare etiquette. It is not something that a lot of people do on Google+, but it's something to keep in mind, because the big users know about this, and the big users like you to acknowledge them. Some people are on here for fun, some people are on here for business, and some people are on here for ego, or whatever you'd want to call it, or self-satisfaction, or esteem building, or whatever, but they just like sharing stuff and they really, really want to be acknowledged. And if you acknowledge people by tagging them, putting their name into your comment, that is acknowledging them, and that is good etiquette. It's good manners. Now to finish up, let's go and have a look at circles. I will go into circles in much more detail in another video. In here, I'm just going to show you how you can adjust the amount of notifications you get and how to adjust how much shows up on your home page, being this page here. How much do you want to show up if you're following thousands of people? Menu, click into circles. Then click through to your circles tab. You can create new circles here. You can name them anything you like. You can rename them, edit circles. You can take circles and you can just open them up like this, clicking on them, and you can drag people into other circles. I'll go through circles in more detail in another video, but here what I want to show you is the actual engagement. So you can have people in multiple circles, that's absolutely fine, that can be done. But what you want to be sure of is that if you're following lots of people, you don't want your home screen cluttered up with lots of information that you may not be interested in as much as other information. Let's say, for instance, if you're interested in building your business and you're a news agent, you may want to have a news agent circle, and that one you want lots of notifications from. So here, for instance, I can have the G+ Fun circle, and there it is, and I can edit this circle. I can give it a name and a description. I can reorder these circles in any order that I like. And the order that I have them placed here is the order that they will show up on my home stream. So here, for instance, this is my home stream. This is the home page. And here is all circles. This is just the G+ Fun circle. So now when I click that, only the people in that circle are going to show up. Look, Mary's been online and she's been on my YouTube channel. Thank you very much, Mary. I'd like to acknowledge you for that. Julie's been doing stuff. Mike's been doing stuff. Great. Then I can go into the Blog World circle and see what everyone's doing in the community. And then you can click through to different circles and keep an eye on them like that. So this way you can have circles with different categories of people and businesses that you follow. For instance, I like to see what Sheldon Cooper's up to, so I got him in my celebrity circles. Now here's the thing, this is your circles page. We went in through menu, circles, and click on your circles. Then back on your home stream, menu, home. In here you can see how I've got celebrities up. Well, I've got that circle selected. Now, notifications on or off. Do I want to get notifications up here from this particular circle? Yes or no? If I don't want notifications there, well in that case, leave notifications off. Then settings for this circle. Do I want to show the posts in the home stream? Yes or no? So in other words, when I've got all selected, are these going to be in there as well or not? How many do I want to show up? Do I want standard amount, lesser amount, or more? Well, for circles you're really interested in, select more. For ones that you're sort of neutral about, standard, and for ones that you're not all that interested in, just keep fewer. And the other thing is you can actually turn off the posts in the home stream altogether. What does that mean? It means that I can now click on celebrities, watch on that tab, and only then will I know what's going on. So now I can go to the G+ Fun circle. How much of that do I want to know? I've got my notifications off, but I've got a standard amount on my home stream because I click through that tab to check it. I don't want notifications from 100, 200, 300 people coming through because that just drowns it out with noise. Now you might have team members on here. You might have a circle that are just team members that you work with, and you may want to know what they are doing on Google+. Well, then you may want to get notifications from your team. So that way you can see whether people that are working with you or for you are actually posting your competition's information, what they're up to on Google+, or you're able to even go and see what they're doing and then go and encourage them in their activities. So once a day, for instance, you might check out what your virtual assistants are doing. So you go to VA circle, you click through on that one, and then you see what they're up to, and you click and encourage them and comment or whatever you like. They might find something good, you might want to share it. So there's a lot of ways you can keep an eye on what you're doing in Google+, and keep an eye on what other people are doing. Great ways to engage with people, great ways to build new connections, and a fantastic way to filter out the noise. When I go through circles, I will show you how you can filter people through to different types of circles depending on how interested you are in what they're doing. And that's all from me for now. Thank you very much for watching. If you like what I've been doing here, then please go to my profile, go and check it out, click some +1s and go and share some stuff. Thank you very much. I'm Sean Rasmussen from Learn How to Blog. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.